said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it. Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick.
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will.
Trump has always been a creep. This shouldn't be news to anybody. It probably isn't news, honestly. I feel like, honestly, anybody who denies that he's a creep is living in some sort of, delulu, that's what they call it. This weird fantasy world where he's not a creep. But he's always been a very predatory person. He's always been a really weird person, creepy around young women, and he's very braggadocious about it. He openly brags about how creepy he is about young women. So I think we need to talk about all this, especially in the light of everything that's happened lately with the Epstein situation. This is Ghislaine Maxwell. This is the right hand of Jeffrey Epstein himself. She is a prolific offender of the certain variety. I'm trying not to get, struck down by YouTube and TikTok, but if you know him, you know her. So yeah, she's serving 20 years for a litany of awful crimes. I'm sure you can imagine. So why did he just discuss pardoning her, and why did she just get moved to a minimum security prison? I mean, you know what I mean? You can look this up. Literally, when Trump was asked about it, he said, well, I'm not allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me about it. Nobody's asked me about it, So, right now it'd be inappropriate to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it. She's serving a 20-year federal prison sentence for, I'm sure you can imagine, for, what she had done to minors. Like, it's Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice. We know what she did, and she's serving 20 years for it, which she should be serving more. But he's not even, like, this isn't something that you should even consider. You should be like, what? Absolutely not. Why would you even ask me a crazy question like that? It doesn't stop there. After she spoke with the Trump administration, she was moved from a low security federal prison in Florida to a minimum security prison camp in Texas called Camp Bryan. This is a predator, a accomplice, a right hand of one of the most prolific predators and offenders that we know of in recent history. And she's not only is it crazy that she was serving time in a low security prison, but she was just moved to a prison camp. She's in a camp. She's not in maximum security. She's not at Alcatraz. She's in a prison camp, which is a significant upgrade from somebody serving a 20-year sentence. Not only that, like I said, this came after she met with Attorney General Todd Blanche, a political appointee and Trump's former defense lawyer. Like, come on, put the pieces together. I don't want to have to hold your hand through this. After she met with them in secrecy, she's ineligible for a transfer like that because of the nature of her crimes. She has misconduct with minors. She's not eligible for that kind of transfer. But all of a sudden, after she meets with the Trump admin, she now gets to move to a minimum security prison camp. The writing couldn't be more on the wall, y'all. Like I said, I don't want to have to hold your hand through this. But I mean, they're not. Are they trying to hide it? I don't know. If they are, they're doing a really bad job of it. So while we're on this topic, I want to share more evidence of why Trump is a creep and why he's always been a creep. And if you weren't aware of it, you should be. This dude is the president of the United States, and people defend him and they say he's a good Christian man. I'm just saying, I don't really know too many good Christian men who talk like this.
Hey, your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall, she's almost 6.
For those of y'all who don't know what the word voluptuous means, I'm sure a lot of y'all do, but I just wanted to put this up there because he said it a lot. Curvaceous and sexually attractive, typically used of a woman. Come here. He used that to talk about his daughter. Let me say it one more time. He used that to talk about his daughter. Have y'all ever used any kind of language like that to discuss a family member ever? You ever just been talking about your niece and been like, she's so voluptuous? Have you ever, and listen, if you have, you need jail is what you need. But listen, this is the definition of that word. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're saying. That's what the word means. He's saying it. He's using these words to describe his daughter. He's talking about how attractive her legs are. My head hurts. My head hurts because I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this stuff. But genuinely, like, if you don't know, please just look at the stuff that's happening. Look at what he's saying. He's telling you the type of person he is. Curvaceous and sexually attractive, typically used of a woman. He's calling his daughter voluptuous. Where do we do this at? Where does this happen at?
Daughter is, saying last year in a Rolling Stone article, yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty that one. If I weren't happily married, and, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's 6 feet tall and she's got the best body. Where we do that at? Where do we do this at? How did we get here? Is this hell? It might be. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What more can I say? That he said it. What more can I say? He's always been a creep. If you don't think he's a creep, listen to how he talks about his daughter. If he talks about his daughter this way, imagine how he talks about other women. Imagine how he talks about women when the cameras aren't rolling. This is how he's talking while the cameras are rolling, while audio is recording, while he's on a hot mic. Not even a hot mic, just a mic, an open broadcasting mic. He's talking about it. He's saying it. He's open about it. He like, yo, I just want everybody to know. I'm gonna stand on this rooftop of this building. I just want y'all all to know my daughter is bad, yo. My daughter's sexy. Like, and we're just like, ha, you're so silly. This guy's silly. This guy is a jokester, isn't he? Man, what a silly guy. What a silly guy. Who's best friends with Jeffrey Epstein and is getting ready to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell and just moved her to a minimum security prison. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. This is Trump talking about the Epstein Island, the infamous Epstein Island, and how he didn't go.
Nobody ever talks about them. I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to.
Oh, poor Donald. He didn't have the privilege to go to the Epstein Island. Whoa, what a shame. What a shame he had to turn he turned down that generous offer to go to the Epstein Island because he never had the privilege to go. Yeah, what are we doing?
Our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know.
So that was Trump describing his fallout that he supposedly had with Jeffrey Epstein, which apparently came because Jeffrey Epstein kept stealing his employees. I guess employee poaching is, a thing. It's super weird to say that because it insinuates some sort of ownership that the employer has over the employee, which is super weird to me, but I guess that's a common parlance that employers have. Still, super weird. Slave language. So he fell out with Jeffrey Epstein because he stole an employee of his. Now, this employee was working in a spa at Mar-a-Lago. Now, who was this employee? Oh, she was a 16-year-old minor who was working at the spa in Mar-a-Lago, who was then poached and stolen by Jeffrey Epstein. A 16-year-old minor who was working at the spa in Mar-a-Lago was, quote-unquote, stolen. And that's why Trump fell out with Epstein, was because he stole a minor from him. Yeah.
What's
All right,
the
last one, I
favorite thing
promise.
you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
So yeah, Trump has always been a creep. He's always been a weirdo, and he's always been very uncomfortable around young women and said some very out-of-pocket things, and that's being generous. So yeah, if you didn't know or if you defended him, you might be defending, predatory behaviors. Check yourself. Anyways, appreciate you for watching. Keep thinking, y'all.